Seth has a drink prepared and ready to go. So, if you don't know who Seth is, I urge you to go check out his channel, Common Sense. I found it about 4 years ago. It was one of those ASMR trigger tests, and it was the first one I've ever seen, and I'm pretty sure Seth was one of the first people to do trigger tests and fastest ASMR ever videos. So I watched all of those of his, and that was really my introduction to like ASMR. Like, it had a name, and I could like not feel weird about watching stuff that, didn't already have like a name assigned to it. 'Cause I used to watch like videos before ASMR came out, or before ASMR was a thing, and I would feel like super weird about it because I didn't know why the videos I was watching were relaxing me, so I thought something was a little fucked up, but I guess I'm not that fucked up after all. So, today I will be drinking, or tonight I should say, I'll be drinking Goose Island's IPA. It's a India Pale Ale, right? So it's nice and hoppy. This one's hoppy, grapefruity, and refreshing, with an alcohol content of 5.9%, 12 fluid ounce can. Okay, well, let's bring Seth in here and see what he's gonna be drinking. Seth, how you doing?
Elias, thanks for having me today on the channel. It's great to be able to do the dialogue with you. For my followers, I'm doing a dialogue with Elias from Tranquil TV, a really awesome guy. I urge you to go check out his channel. In short, I'm doing well. I hope you are, my friend. Thank you for being here today. I love the channel. I love what you're doing, and I can't wait to get into it. So you brought up the trigger test and the fastest ASMR. When you were talking about it, I trigger tests were, when I started ASMR, when I started the channel, trigger tests were just being popular. They were just coming onto the scene. They were like the new hot thing. I didn't start the trigger test. In fact, I really don't have too many trigger test videos on the channel, and the only reason I did it was because at the time it was one of my favorite videos, and I knew that people were into that kind of thing, and I thought it was one of the best kind of intro videos into the channel. And then you could kind of tell that the audio is all messed up, the video is all messed up. It's a terrible video, but it's one that got my foot into the door as far as the fastest ASMR, the fast repetitive, the fast like interval triggers. I from what I'm aware, my videos were the first of that kind, and I started that trend. So yeah, I think you were right on that one. And the funny thing is I did the first one as a joke, and it blew up, and it absolutely like took off, like not like skyrocketed. It only got about 100,000 views, but then I knew, I was like, oh, okay, this is something that people want. But they're really they really like the fast trigger test, so I was like, okay, well, I gotta go back and make a serious one this time. So if you go back and look at my videos, you'll see the first fast trigger test. It's kind of a joke. It's only like 30 seconds long. And then the next one is like 15 minutes long, and that one is the big one on the channel.
That's good, I'm glad. I'm gonna crack my beer open real quick. Oh, fuck.
Oh, you're really having a rough time with that beer. I'm sorry about that, brother.
I hate that. suppose I spilled a decent amount. Fuck, dude. That's super unfortunate. Okay. Damn it. I don't recall shaking this ever. Well, maybe I was tapping too aggressively. Seth, don't tap on your beer if you're drinking one.
I'm drinking 19 Crimes in a brandy glass. It's a kind of dry Cabernet Sauvignon wine, a little dry, but it's good. It's a great casual drinking wine.
Okay.
I did not pick good glasses to tap with, so everybody watching, I do apologize. I really wish it was better. Maybe we can do a little. I've always kind of liked that sound. I love the look of this bottle too. It looks like one of those. It's got that old rum bottle look to it.
Okay, well, that did not go as planned. So Seth, how are you doing, man? How you doing? I heard you just moved in, or recently moved into a new place. How you like it?
I just moved into this place. This one I actually own. Well, I got a mortgage. You know, I don't own it outright, but you know, it's mine. It's my place, and I bought it probably about 6 months now, right at the beginning of the pandemic, because the interest rates were dropping, and I was like, if I'm going to buy a place, now's the time to buy. The interest rates are really low, and I can get a good deal. I didn't get as good as deal as I thought because house prices are still through the roof, at least in my area, by the way, but the interest rate was super, super low, so that worked out in my favor. And I love it. I love being able to come home to a place, you know, that's mine. All the stuff in it is mine, and I don't have to worry about people messing up my dishes, or, you know, if everything's a mess, it's because I made the mess. If I clean up the mess, then it stays clean, and, you know, that part about it is really nice. And so that's where I'm at now. So far I love it, and, you know, I hope it continues. I see you got the bust. I got a couple questions about it later, but from what I can tell from your other videos, it looks amazing, and it looks like you're happy there, and I wish you the best with that endeavor. It honestly is one of the more impressive bus builds that I've seen out there.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so this is my school bus. I've done a short tour in a previous video, but if you want to see what it looks like right now, it's pretty cold where I'm living, so I have wool blankets to my right and behind me, because a school bus obviously has a lot of windows and it gets really cold, so that's why we have the wood stove. So Seth, where are you from?
I am from Johnston County, North Carolina, about 40 miles south of Raleigh. That's where I grew up, in a small town of about 2,000 people. So you could say I'm kind of from the boonies or the sticks. I liked it growing up because, part of me liked it growing up because I love being outdoors. I love running around with the dogs. I love playing in the woods. And when you live in a place like that, that's kind of all you got to do. So I loved it. You know, I really wish there was some other things I could have done. Like, I wish there was a movie theater closer by. The closest one was like 40 minutes away. But other than small things like that, I enjoyed it. I can't complain.
Oh, very nice. That's awesome. What was your introduction to ASMR? What was the first video that you remember watching?
My introduction to ASMR. I used to listen to ASMR before ASMR had a name, so I would listen to like tutorial videos or whatever, like soft speaking or tutorial type video with personal attention that I could find, and that's what I watched. The first video that I ever saw with ASMR in the title was Ephemeral Riffs. Let's Play Poker ASMR, and it had ASMR in the title, and I was like, what does ASMR mean? So then I looked it up, and I figured out what autonomous meridian response meant, and at this time, ASMR was probably only like a year, maybe 2 old, if that. It was a fairly new phenomenon, and YouTube hadn't blown up with ASMR yet. Actually, before this, I have another channel that's floating in the ether of YouTube somewhere out there, where I make videos of like blundering through drawers and stuff, and kind of like reviewing products as an ASMR video, but I didn't know what to call it. I just like this type of video, and so that's what I made. I made like blundering through drawer videos, and so if anybody finds it out there, there's a video of me rummaging through a drawer.
Okay, I'll have to check them out. What video of yours did you have the most fun filming?
The video I had the most fun in filming, it's probably my favorite video that I made. It's not very popular, but I can't even remember the name of it, but it's called the most unique video ASMR video ever made. And it's like me going through a drawer, and the camera is one of the objects in the drawer. So like I'm fiddling with everything kind of around the camera, and then I pick up the camera and act like it's an object in the drawer. And that's my favorite. That was my favorite ASMR video I made thus far, because I think it's kind of unique, and I want to do a better version of it later that I hope gets a little more attention, because I feel like if it gets out there into the ASMR community, that people will really enjoy that kind of trigger.
Cool, that's awesome. How's your drink so far? Is it good? Mine is finally settled down a little bit.
My drink has been pretty good. Thankfully, I knew I was going to do a lot of talking when we shot the video, so I'm a couple glasses deep already. Cheers, brother. Enjoy that IPA that you fucked up. Myself, I'm an ale man. I don't know how you do it, but I'm glad you enjoy it.
I'm not gonna lie, this beer is kind of gross, and I think I ruined it when I started tapping on the can before I opened it. So now, when it started foaming up, I think it just kind of tainted my mouth or something. See if I can find a book that I can tap on. What's your favorite book, Seth? What is your favorite book or series?
My favorite book, one of my favorite books, I got it right now, right here, is The Giver by Lois Lowry. I know everybody reads it kind of in high school-ish, maybe middle school, but it's a great book. I love the premise behind it, and I think it's one of the more relevant political books for today. because it really gave me a new perspective on kind of like how to look at things and how other people look at things and the censorship and kind of things like that, especially online. And so that's one of my favorites. The Count of Monte Cristo and Into the Wild is another one of my favorites. I don't have them on me at the time or on my bookshelf, but well, I might have them. I just didn't look that hard. But those are two of my other favorites.
What's your favorite movie and TV show?
My favorite movie slash TV show. My favorite movies are The Matrix, The Book of Eli, Gladiator, Saving Private Ryan. I like historical war movies, and then I like good sci-fi movies. Or post-apocalyptic too. I like The Road and The Book of Eli, and I liked the new one, A Quiet Place. A Quiet Place. And my favorite TV show is Adventure Time. I got my Jake mug right there.
What was your favorite TV show growing up? Give me like top 5. My top 5 are, oh, this is so tough. Like when I was really young, Rugrats was that, John, Rocket Power, Kids Next Door, Codename Kids Next Door, Courage the Cowardly Dog. What was that called? That was spooky as fuck. Ed, and Eddie, Lil Bill, Jimmy Neutron, Franklin, Cat Dog, Very Odd Parent, Lazy Town. I remember Lazy Town. That was when I was a little bit older, like 3rd grade or something. That shit was scary as hell. Hey Arnold.
My favorite TV shows growing up were Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, The Joy of Painting, SpongeBob, The Avatar, The Last Airbender, and Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Okay. At this point, I'm just trying to take big sips, big gulps, because it's terrible. Okay. So let's talk about traveling. Have you traveled internationally before?
I've only traveled to Mexico for a short 5 days. I've traveled to almost every state except the ones in the Midwest and the very northern states like Vermont and Maine and all of those. I've almost been to every other state besides the Midwest: Vermont, Maine, Pennsylvania, Michigan, those, and Hawaii and Alaska. I haven't been to those either. So I've done a lot of within the country traveling.
Awesome. That's awesome. I love that. Very cool. What's your favorite trigger to do? I haven't been doing ASMR long enough to have a favorite trigger because I really don't do a whole lot of sounds with objects and whatnot. I don't really tap on anything or really get sounds from anything besides like my hands and just my mouth.
forceps. And when you get more into your channel, you'll figure out that like you're gonna be known for a trigger. Like you'll be like this trigger will be yours, especially if you get like a couple thousand followers. Like they'll tell you, this is our favorite. This is the one we like, and in turn that'll probably be your favorite too because it kind of defines who you are. And for me, it's the forceps. It's kind of a unique trigger I think I brought into the channel, and people seem to really like it. I made a whole video on it, and I think it's probably got like 15,000 views at this point.
My tapping is pretty trash. But it's okay. Do you have any pets?
Do I have any pets? Unfortunately, I only have a few fish right now. My dogs died a few years ago, and so I only have fish. At the moment, I might get another dog, but I'm not sure.
I'm trying to think of other questions. I think I'll let you ask me some questions. Thank you, Seth, for doing this video. I really appreciate you. I mean, for someone that's got over 16,000 subscribers, to be willing to do a collab with someone that has 106 means a lot, and it says a lot about who you are, so I appreciate that. And it's not about the subscribers, it's about, helping people relax and whatnot.
I really appreciate being able to collab with you too, man. It's really not about the subscribers. It's about the experience in it, and it's about the community. And I can tell that you're gonna blow up, and I'll get to it a little later. But I just wanted to say that.
What's your favorite food? I don't want to ask too many questions and make it harder for you to ask me some, but what's your favorite food? What's your favorite beer?
My favorite food is cube steak, green potatoes, and butter beans. My favorite beer is Yingling. Yingling is my favorite beer. It's growing in popularity, so that makes me happy. It's available at more places.
What's your favorite season?
My favorite season is fall. And where I live in North Carolina, unfortunately, we get really short falls, which is unfortunate. And my favorite holiday is Christmas. And I know it's a little cliche, but I really like the atmosphere of everybody around Christmas. Everybody's happy, everybody's in a good mood, a giving mood. And I just think it's one of those holidays you can't really trump. It's there's just not a holiday that